What is up, YouTube family? It is your girl GC the Trader, and we are back with another weekly breakdown, you guys. I hope y'all having an amazing day. It is Sunday, March 15th, 2026. And yeah, you guys, today I just want to go over the trades that we caught last week. Last week was a pretty good week for me. Didn't have to deal with too much psychology issues. Did have to check myself a little bit, but we are going to go over those results when we get closer to that trade day, you guys. But yeah, I hope y'all had a great second week to March. I also hope y'all are out there enjoying y'all spring break safely, you guys. Fun is not worth not making it home to your family. So if you are having fun, if you are turning up, if you are a drinker, please do not drink or drive, and please drink at your own risk, you guys. So with that being said, I'm not going to take up too much of y'all time. As y'all can see, we had 3 green days this week, 1 red day. So yeah, I can't complain about how this week went. Pretty proud of myself. But yeah, you guys, let's get to this breakdown. Okay, family. This was the first trade. Hold on, let me get my camera together. Okay, this was the first trade that I had caught of the week. It was on Monday, March 9th, and it was on gold, you guys. So for this trade, unfortunately, we did take a L, you guys. Price did give me a nice push to the downside, but buyers just came in strongly and just took over, you guys. So let me explain to you why I decided to take sales at this point. Coming into, I saw that we were not making any new highs. So I was like, okay, we're not making any new highs, but we're constantly making lows. So I was like, okay, it's looking like we may be selling off for gold today. I did have a M5 supply zone that I did have marked up, but as you can see, let me zoom this in for you guys. As you can see, this engulf a bearish candle did invalidate that zone. And I know it's some people, they still take the supply and demand trade as long as there's no candle close outside the zone. And I have been back testing that lately, just to see how the win rate is of taking a trade where the zone has been invalidated, but it was only invalidated by a wick, not a full candle close. So as you can see, I could have still taken this trade, but based off of the supply and demand rules that I go by now, this wick invalidated my zone. So I decided to walk away from that trade. I also had a 5-minute demand right here that I had marked up, you guys. And when I seen price fully break through that demand zone with such momentum, I decided to take a flip trade off of this zone, and I just called it flip trade. It may be another name for it. There's names for all type of strategies when you're trading, but I just call it a flip zone trade, where the zone flips from buys to sales. So I saw price reject. Where's that reject candle? Right here. So I saw price reject. It gave me a tap. It reject. I was like, okay, based off of my supply and demand rules, I will enter on the break of the candle. This next bearish candle end up breaking the close of the open body of my bullish candle. So I went ahead and entered, as you can see right there. And yeah, price did give me a nice push. Excuse me, you guys. Price did give me a nice push to the upside and created me a most recent high, and also created me equal highs. And then we pushed down in this nice momentum. If I'm not mistaken, I think price ran. Yeah, so it ran almost to a 1-to-1, just a point 0.5. So this trade did not get as much power into the green that I liked, you guys. But the reason why I would still take this trade if it appeared on another day is because there was nothing telling us to buy at that moment. Even on our higher time frame on Monday, our higher time frame was bearish. So coming in, I was not looking for buys today, you guys. So the reason why I still held this trade, even when price did come up here and started to show by volume is because that was the most recent high, and it was equal highs. So based on gold, we know gold likes to um, target liquidity before making its actual move, and the most recent high that just so happened to be equal highs would be the liquidity move. So I kept my stop loss, not my stop loss is still here, but once I saw price sweep this one, I thought we were going to get ready to go back down, but as you can see, two candles later, we ended up getting stopped out at full TP, you guys. I'm gonna put TP at full stop loss, you guys, but I'm gonna put my P&L over here for this trade. After taxes, it ended up being like $244, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was like 243 when I got stopped out. But taxes and fees of $1.20 ended up taking a 244 loss, you guys. So that was our trade on gold. I also did trade my S&P account as well on this day. Let me see what time that trade took place, you guys. Okay. Okay, my first trade on there took place at like 9:30. So yeah, you guys, I was able to catch a few setups on S&P on Monday as well. If you don't recall, my $50,000 account is for gold. My $150,000 account is for S&P, you guys. So we was able to catch a few setups on S&P. All right. So let's get to it. I did take 3 trades on this day, you guys. Um, wasn't too happy about the 3 trades only because I try not to take as many trades like that on a Monday. But yeah, I actually really had faith in a few of these setups. So they took place on the 1 minute. So let me get down to there. Let me turn off my session so that y'all can see it. All right. So I don't know why my only 2 of my things are marked. It was supposed to be 3, you guys. But yeah, since it's not marked, I'm just gonna explain to y'all that first trade entry that I took. That was around 9:38, 10:38. It was around 66.81, and if I'm not mistaken, that was a buy. So it was 66.81 around 9:38, you guys, which would be 10:38. So let's see. 10:38. Well, no, this couldn't have been my first trade because, well, maybe it was. Maybe this was a back testing trade. I'm not for sure because right now my first trade is lining up. So let me see, you guys. There it go. Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. This was the trade where my first 2 trades were basically neck to neck. So this was the first trade, and for this, you guys, y'all know I do break and retest, plus a 1 minute displacement with a breaker structure. I just add extra confluences to my break and retest, just so that I will minimize my chances of getting stopped out of the trade, you guys. So coming into this session, price had broke structure. Well, price changed character down here. Price came back to retest this change of character, and then price came up to break structure. This was the structure that price had broke, you guys, and price came back to retest that broken structure. It ended up passing that micro higher high that it had right here, and normally when price passes a high, it will come back to retest that high. I got my retest right here with this bullish candle right here, you guys, and ended up getting stopped out immediately. I thought we were still good. I thought we were good as far as the pullback, but as you can see with this doji bullish candle, price came back down and stopped me out. I re-entered the trade again once price broke with this candle, you guys, right here. And let me zoom in so y'all can see. I re-entered on this candle right here, you guys, and as you can see, this candle formed and long wicked and stopped me out. So this was my second trade stopped out. By now, y'all, we're at a $404 loss right now. No, $408 loss right now, you guys. But I still had trust in this setup. It was buys all day long. There was no sellers in control. I just had very, very, very strong faith in this trade. So I decided to enter for a third time, you guys. And we ended up catching a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful push to the upside, you guys. The only thing I would say about this trade is I wasn't as patient as I would have liked to be. I guess it was because I did take two losses before I entered this trade that I did not. I trailed my stop loss too tightly. My stop loss are right here at this yellow line where I got stopped out at. That's what my stop loss. And as you can see, literally 2 minutes later, price came to hit at full TP. Yeah, I think the losses got to me a little bit, and I just trailed too tightly. I should have left my stop loss at the bottom of this bearish candle with a strong wick that could also count as a demand zone. So I should have left my stop loss there because as you can see, price did come down, but it wouldn't have taken me out of the trade, you guys. So yeah, we were still able to come and get a win. I think for this trade, I end up walking away with about $558. So I'm gonna put all of my P&Ls for each trade, even for the losses, and I'm also gonna put my P&L for the ending day of what I was able to walk away with after covering those losses, you guys. And I think I was able to walk away with $150.50 for the day, you guys. That's also my base hit for my funded accounts. You know, as long as you make $150 or more, it counts towards your trading days. So I was able to get a base hit, you guys, and was able to get one of those days counted towards my funded accounts to get a payout, you guys. So yeah, in this case, the three trades did help us out. And did I like that it happened on a Monday? No, I do not. But sometimes you have to tweak certain things when you have faith in the setup and the strategy. And in this case, S&P just wanted to retest this breaker structure 3 times before it decided to take off and respect it. So you can't help how many times price respects a structure before it decides to take off in the direction that you want. You just got to be patient and move with it. And if it results in another L, it results in another L. But in this case, we ended up taking a win, you guys. So we had 1 L on gold on our $50,000 account on Monday. Then we had 2 Ls on our $150,000 account, and we was able to come back with a W to knock out those losses, you guys. So yeah, that was Monday. Really good job. My next trade, I was able to catch a trade on Tuesday, you guys. And let me see. Yep, I was able to catch a trade on both of my accounts, S&P and gold, you guys. So since we're on the S&P account, we're going to go over that one first. So I took 3 trades again, you guys. This was Tuesday. This was another 3 trade day. This time, let me see. I think we were in. Okay, so for our 3 trades, 1 was a sell and 2 were buys, you guys. So, coming into the trade, I have this one marked up. I did not take this one. Yeah, I did not take this trade. This was the trade I was supposed to take, so I just marked it up so I can explain to y'all the trade that I was supposed to take. Okay, so y'all coming in, this was the area that I wanted price to respect. Okay, so price changed character right here. Came back to retest that change of character. This was also a breaker structure as well. But what happens with this trade is I misread my chart, you guys. This was a breaker structure and this was also a breaker structure. This was the breaker structure trade I was looking at to enter. I ended up entering off of this breaker structure trade. So the confirmation that I waited for was for the wrong breaker structure. So I was looking at this breaker structure. Price broke through it, came back to retest it. Uh, Ended up sweeping a most recent high that it made. Came and pushed back down. Decided that it wanted to break past that micro low that it made. It came back to reclaim that price at that micro low, and then broke again. You guys, this was the trade I was supposed to take, especially once price gave me this bearish momentum candle right here. This was the trade I was supposed to take. Wait for the pullback, enter right there, but that's not the case. I ended up entering once price broke this structure, and as you can see, the trade did play out for a little bit. We ended up running to a 2-to-1. So I actually hit a 2-to-1, you guys, but I was going for a 3-to-1. My break and retest strategy, minimum 3-to-1. So yeah, you guys, this trade ran, if I'm not mistaken, about $400 before it reversed and stopped me out, you guys. Like, stopped me out. And the reason why I wasn't at break even for this trade was because with my rules, I don't adjust my stop loss off of the first break. Price has to pull back and then drop again, or pull back and push up again for me to adjust my stop loss, because sometimes price will come all the way down, hit your entry point just to go all the way back up, because they do know how retail traders trade. They know, oh, if a retail trader 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 gets hit, they're gonna adjust to break even. So uh, these big bankers, they know that. So sometimes they will target that entry level to knock out people who have adjusted their stop loss too quickly. I've been there, done that, and then got stopped out of a lot of trades because as soon as price hit my 1-to-1, I adjusted to break even. So I have certain criteria that has to happen before I adjust my stop loss to break even. Price has to hit my 1-to-1, pull back, hit my 1-to-1 again, and then that's when I will adjust my stop loss. As you can see, that did not happen. The first pullback was the major pullback and ended up stopping me out of the trade, you guys. So this was the trade I was supposed to take. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. And this was the trade I took, you guys. So this was our L first trade of the day. So I was like, okay, I was going to look for another sell opportunity, but once I saw price doing a multiple Rick rejection and did a minor breaker structure, I was like, okay, no problem. Um, Price ended up doing a change of character down here, ended up breaking structure. I got the retest of the structure. Price pushed forward, uh, past that micro higher high it made, came back to retest that high or reclaim that price, and then you enter on the break. I did enter a little bit too early on this candle. I jumped the gun, ended up getting stopped out immediately, you guys. So now two L's, one in sell, one in buys, and we are $408 in the negative as of right now when I was in this trade. But just like on Monday, I had faith in the setup. I trusted the buyers was still in. These wicks was letting me know that, hey, the sellers just cannot keep price or cannot make price go down. So I was still very much in the buys, you guys. So I waited for price to give me a stronger break past this bearish candle, and then once it got in, I entered, you guys. This time, instead of holding for a 1-to-3, I held for almost a 1-to-4, you guys. So instead of, walking away at the 48 tick TP, I ended up holding to 62 ticks, you guys. And if I'm not mistaken, that third trade I was able to secure, what was it, $771 on that trade, you guys. So I was able to knock out those two losses. prior to this, y'all, and I was able to secure an extra profit of $365 on the day, you guys. So I'm gonna put my P&Ls for all three of the trades, and also the P&L for uh, my ending day P&L that I had, you guys. So yeah, the first 2 days of this week, we ended up taking 6 trades in the first 2 days of the week. Am I proud of that? No, not necessarily. But am I gonna beat myself up about it? No, not necessarily, because each time I entered into those trades, I was okay with it. I understood the risk of taking so many trades. So I was all right with the outcome of whatever may have happened. And this time, you guys, we was able to secure a win, you guys. So that was on March 10th. We did take a gold trade as well, you guys. So let's go over to gold and let me show you the trade we caught on gold, you guys. So, and what time was this at? Oh, this was a later trade. This was around 10 o'clock. So let's see. All right, you guys. All right, this was the gold trade we caught. Coming into the market, I did have this demand zone marked up, but I don't trade before a certain time. And as soon as the market opened, if I'm not mistaken, no, as soon as New York opened, gold tapped into this demand and took off. This was a beautiful trade at a pre-market open, right when New York opened. That was a banger. I follow a few people who caught that trade, so congratulations if you caught that gold push on Tuesday. It was a really good trade at the beginning of the session start, you guys. So when I saw price doing that, I had marked up me a 5 minute demand right here, you guys. I marked up my 5 minute order block. I was upset at myself because I missed this trade, you guys. Price tapped into this. It was no candle closes. Could have entered at the break. This was a beautiful, probably would have been stuck in a little consolidation for a little bit, but price did break out of it. If you are a patient trader, you could have held past this and could have made some money when price finally did break out, you guys. But I missed this entry. I missed this setup. I was looking at S&P, so I can't even lie. I missed this, but it was perfect. You have a morning star. It was just everything lined up perfectly on this trade. I marked up this demand zone. This is a big, 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 big demand zone. So I wasn't thinking about putting my stop loss to cover this whole zone. Um, it was also a key level right here. I don't know if this was. I think this could have been my London or this could have been my Asian. I'm really not sure, you guys. But yeah, price wicked, rejected. This is how I knew we were still good for buys. That's why I was still okay. We still may have, you get what I'm saying, a chance to, catch a good setup before gold decides it wants to consolidate and reverse. Because everyone who trades gold know gold will go in one direction, consolidate for a little bit, and reverse and go in the other direction. So I ended up marking the zone. As you can see, price was in a consolidation slash range for a few candles, and then the minute price broke out of that and then showed me that it wanted to close above it, I entered, risking 100 for 300. I was going for a 3-to-1, you guys. Price did hit at a 2-to-1. And yeah, I know people's like, oh, well, why you didn't take your 2-to-1 and walk away? I know I can hold for 2-to-1s. It's not hard for me to hold for 2-to-1s. It's just I know the pairs that I trade can hit for a minimum 1 to 3. So that's why I go for 1 to 3s, just because it gives you more wiggle room to make back some profits to cover losses. So if you always get out at a 2-to-1 and then you end up losing 2 trades, but you get what I'm saying? Now you down $200 and you went from 400 to 200. You get what I'm saying? But if you go for 3-to-1s, that means, okay, you can always cover the loss plus some. You'll always be in profit. So that's why I go for 3-to-1s, you guys. So yeah, price hit my 2-to-1. I did not adjust my stop loss yet. I wanted to wait for that first pullback. I got that first pullback and it gave me equal lows. So that's when I adjusted my stop loss to break even, you guys. This was a 1 minute entry, so I did enter on my 1 minute, you guys. So yeah, this was a 5 minute demand with a 1 minute entry tap plus a fair value gap. So let me go to that so y'all can just better see what was going on in the trade. So yeah, you guys, price broke this structure. It gave me a fair value gap. Came to retest that fair value gap. I could have entered at the top of that fair value gap, but I wanted extra confirmation, so I waited for a price to break it again, and then that's when I enter, you guys. Price had gave it hit my 2 to 1. It gave equal lows, as you can see. It was multiple wick rejections at this area, and then it gave a push. That's when I moved my stop loss to break even. It was a resistance here. It was a resistance there because once price hit there, it went into a consolidation again. So once price broke out of this, that's when I adjusted my stop loss to break even. Not break even. I adjusted my stop loss to a little bit in profit. You guys, I think I covered my 1 to 1. So if I'm not mistaken, I think this was like $100 and something where my stop loss was at. And as you can see, price ended up stopping me out, consolidated a little more, and then it reversed, you guys. So yeah, this was the trade on gold. Let me get the exact amount. $102.08. So I think my stop loss, yeah, my stop loss was at like $104. So after taxes and fees, I ended up walking away with $102.80, you guys. So no, I did not hit my full TP. Yeah, I could have walked away at a 2 to 1, but hey, I'm trying to trade to catch nice setups and hold the setups that I trust. And I definitely trusted this trade, so I was not going to do any early exits. Market was going to have to take me out this trade and tell me I was wrong. So in this case, I wasn't wrong. I just wasn't completely right for where price wanted to hit, consolidate, then reverse. So yeah, you guys, I'm going to put my P&L for this trade right here. And yeah, you guys, that was our gold trade on Tuesday. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I did not trade on Wednesday. Wednesday was just a very busy day. I just had a lot of things I had to do Wednesday. And also, too, I had already taken 6 trades on my $150,000 account. Had already taken 2 trades on my $50,000 account. So I did want to give myself a break from trading 2 on that day. So I wasn't really too much, upset about anything. So our next trade was on Thursday, and you guys, this was the trade day that I was talking about at the beginning in my intro, where I said I was not proud. Was it on gold too? Yeah, that I was not proud of how I traded, you guys. I did not like how I traded on Thursday. And once we go to it, I'm going to explain. This trade was a little early. Let me see. Righty. There we go. So coming in, it was very early on. I had saw this 5 minute order block right here, demand zone or supply zone that formed beautifully. I wanted price to react off of this zone, and as you can see, it did, but it just did not hold. And I jumped the gun on this one. I ended up taking this trade with one of my homeboys from a Discord I'm in, and yeah, we both ended up taking an L on this trade. I ended up getting out early, and I took a half risk. I only risk $100, because normally on Thursdays I'll go a little harder on gold and probably risk 200 to 250. But because of this setup and the time it was forming, and because it did not have a breaker structure, I decided to go in on a half risk of $100, you guys. And yeah, this trade was just a prime example of a loss that didn't have to happen. Nothing was telling me to get into this trade. Nothing was telling us that in that moment that we wanted to sell right now, we didn't get a breaker structure. I know we sold right here, you guys, but right here, this was just all liquidity pools. They was just trying to scalp liquidity, hit stop losses, and I ended up being one of the stop losses that they gathered for a little bit momentum to the downside, you guys. So yeah, price tapped right here, waited for the break of the candle, ended up entering a little bit lower than what I wanted to enter in, and literally, you guys, 2 minutes later, price stopped me out. This was also a 1 minute entry. And yeah, like I said, it was no breaker structure, so I shouldn't have even taken this trade. And I wanted price to hit this zone, but it never hit it, so I didn't take the trade. So yeah, I definitely could have made back my money on this move here, but price just never tapped that. It finally broke our structure, pushed to the downside, retested that structure. I could have hopped in on the reclaim of this level, but by that time I had already accepted my loss and was looking at S&P, you guys. So I'm gonna put my P&L for this trade for Thursday. I end up cutting my loss, so I did not take a full loss. I ended up cutting my loss at $92 after taxes and fees. Ended up walking away with a $93.20 loss on gold, you guys. So yeah, that this day wasn't too bad. Like I said, by that time I had already moved to looking at S&P, and yeah, gold did give some nice setups going in, so you can catch a few more scalps. But yeah, I went ahead and accepted defeat on this day and walked away. I don't too much take two trades on my $50,000 account, but in this case, I would have took another one. I just didn't see that that trade play out because I was looking at another pair. So let's go to S&P, you guys. Thursday. What time did those trades happen? Let's see. 9. Okay, these happen at 9 o'clock, you guys. So let's go. This was the first trade, and this is the day that I said, y'all, the psychology was just crazy, especially on S&P. I missed so many setups, it doesn't make any sense. So this was my original break and retest zone. This was the first break. Price came to retest it. This was the second break. Wasn't too much liking this break, so I waited for another setup. But as you can see, price came and retested my zone again and gave me a beautiful push to the downside. So this definitely would have hit my TP target. I missed this move. Found another strong displacement candle, marked that up for my zone. This is the first break. Don't really take the first break. This is the first break. This is the first break. Price retested and then broke again. I missed this trade as well. So y'all, by now my mind is just blown. So I done missed two trades back to back. You know, if it's with my rules, it's after 9:30, which I don't trade after 9. I don't trade before 9:30. So this happened after 9:30. It was a strong wick. Then it came up and wicked again. So missed this one, y'all. So it was this was a key level, if I'm not mistaken. I think this was either our London low or Asian low. Price did a nice bounce off of this London low or Asian low, one of them. You could have took a nice push to the upside, could have caught a nice little buy scalp right there. Missed that move. You see the three moves I missed by now. So I was like, okay, this is my next tap. If price drops this level, I'm going to enter. I entered, stopped out immediately. Boom, that's $204. Price gave me another zone tap, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles respecting the midpoint. 5 candles if you want to be technical, because this bearish candle wicked at the midpoint. Y'all, 5 candle midpoint rejection. Did not take the trade. Another win. So 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. Ended up taking a trade I shouldn't have took. End up getting a loss. So y'all, this broke structure. Waited for the retest. Entered based off of my criteria. Y'all, ended up getting if I'm not mistaken, ended up getting stopped out. This candle wicked me out. Another loss, you guys. So this is the second loss by now. And then look what price did after I lost. Pushed beautifully, you guys. Set up another zone, another retest zone, and I jumped the gun on this trade, y'all. Really shouldn't have entered at all. Don't know why I entered. because looking at this setup right now, what is going on? I don't even know what's going on. So why did I even enter off of this trade? I don't know, you guys. I really don't know. Entered off of this trade, took another loss. So y'all saw at the beginning of the week we took 3 trades and we was able to recover on that third trade. Well, not this go around. We took 3 L's, you guys. Ended up losing around, I'm gonna put my P&L right here. Ended up losing around $612 for the day, you guys. I literally traded back all the profits that I made on Monday and that I made on Tuesday, because I think combined those profits was like almost $600, like in the high fives. Gave back all my profits, you guys, on this day. Gave back all my profits. Did not take good moves. Took horrible moves. You get what I'm saying? And I won't say they were horrible moves. They was at the wrong time. Like I had the right idea. Took a sell, lost, price sold after. Took a sell, lost, price sold after. Took a sell, lost, price sold a little bit after. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to say they were horrible trades. They were mistiming trades. Bad timing. Entered at the wrong time. That's all I could say, because clearly I had the right idea. Clearly I had the right direction. I just entered at the wrong time. And I can honestly say these missed trades before these entries did kind of like bottle me up in my mind, you guys. But I was proud of myself that I was able to stop myself after this loss and not continue to trade and go on tilt or blow my account. So I am proud that I was able to walk away after 3 losses. That shows me that I'm no longer trading like a beginner. I'm trading like an experienced trader that understands that, hey, we keep doing this, we're going to have some problems. So let's just go ahead and walk away, refocus, and show up for the next day better and ready to trade like how we know how to trade, you guys. And the funny thing is, me and my homeboy that we took that gold trade and lost on, he was like, Nicole, you got to chill on those 3 trades, because one time it's going to end up being 3 losses. Like literally, y'all, the day before or 2 days before we were talking about it. And I was like, yeah, I've been telling myself that too. I need to chill out on these 3 trades, bro. This is why you need to chill out, because literally a day to 2 days later, took 3 L's, you guys. After this, I told myself I am not taking 3 trades a day again. I don't care how confident I am in the trades, because literally how I traded Monday and Tuesday is why I took this third trade. Oh, the third trade on Monday and Tuesday, I end up making back my losses. Well, not all the time are you going to be able to do that. That's why you just got to accept and walk away. And yeah, you guys, $612. Beautiful. Beautiful. Brutal. There we go, you guys. Brutal day for me, you guys. But it was our first red day of the week, so I wasn't going to beat myself up that bad, but it was a big red day. And this is what they mean by, if you're not careful on those red days, you can trade back all your profits on those green days. And that's exactly what happened, you guys. So yeah, this was Thursday. We took L's on both accounts. So yeah, it was just an L day all the way around, not just on S&P. So yeah, that was Thursday. We did catch a trade on Friday, you guys. I did not trade my $50,000 account. I let it chill. I didn't see any setups that I really wanted to take that was worth taking, so I decided to that let that account, chill. And also too, I had already traded 3 days on that account, and yeah, I was all right with accepting those 3 days that I've traded and walk away. So we only traded S&P, you guys. So let me go to that time. What time did we take those trades? 8. Let's see. All right. So yeah, you guys, we only took 2 trades this Friday. I told you I wasn't taking 3 trades no more. So yeah, we took 2 trades today. Well, not today, on Friday, you guys, the 13th. Friday the 13th, a lot of people be scared of Friday the 13th. These last Friday the 13th has been amazing for me. So I can't say that Friday the 13th is bad luck. Hey, to each his own, what you believe in. But yeah, we had 2 sales. We was able to catch 2 sales setups. The first one ended up resulting in a break even. Now, I was going back and forth with my ego a little bit on this trade, because no, I did not take a full loss. I ended up getting stopped out at like 35 $37 in profit after fees. Ended up walking away with like $33 in profit off of this trade. And I know y'all probably looking like this trade did great, like how you didn't make any money. Well, yeah, it did. It ran all the way to my 3 to 1, which is normally what I go for. So I could have walked away at $170, not $170, $750, and would have been done. But I was targeting this liquidity area. S&P targets liquidity, so I wasn't just going for a random spot. Now, if there's no clear sign of liquidity, yes, I will just target a 3 to 1 and call it a day and not be too greedy. But in this case, we did have a liquidity point above my entry, so I decided to target that. And yeah, price just hit 750 and reversed. Good thing I had moved my stop loss and profit, even though we didn't have the full pullback. We hit my 3 to 1 in one push without pulling back. So that was enough for me to adjust my stop loss and not do some crazy stuff like taking a full loss. Now that would have been letting a winning trade lose. So yeah, I try not to beat myself up too bad about this break even, only because I am targeting liquidity. I was targeting the liquidity, which is what S&P hits. So yeah, I could have walked away at 750, but it's cool. I'm all right. I accepted this break even and said, okay, if I get another buy, I'm gonna go ahead and enter into the trade. And I said we caught two sales. My bad. The first trade was a buy. The second trade was a sell. So this was the zone that I did a buy off of. It reacted beautifully at 9:30. It took off. Price came to do a midpoint, a beginning of my zone retest. It retested it twice, dropped again. I got my breaker structure right here. Well, my key level breaker structure. No, this was my breaker structure right here, and then price gave me another minor breaker structure. So yeah, you guys, I ended up entering. This was a beautiful trade that played out. um I didn't enter into my time I was supposed to enter, which is after 9:40. So yeah, this was just a beautiful setup, A plus trade. I will take it anytime I see a setup like this. I will take it. My only difference is, um did I think price would do a full reversal? No, I did not. So I'm not going to beat myself up for not taking my 3 to 1 when my clear target was that liquidity level. So I wanted to see if price would give me another strong buy off of this zone, and it did not. Price gave me a strong displacement candle that ended up rejecting off of my midpoint. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejections off of my midpoint level. This would have been enough confirmation for people to enter in, but I ended up marking off this zone, saw where price wanted to retest that. It was retesting the midpoint. This was the first break, you guys. I don't trade the first break, and this was the first pullback. Didn't get a midpoint retest, so I wouldn't have necessarily entered on this trade. And the reason why I didn't enter when price broke my zone, you guys, is because we were just in buys. Like, we were literally just in buys. And if anybody know, ES can come sweep something and then just shoot up in the direction that it wants to go in. So I needed better confirmation to prove that we were now in sales, that the sellers were in the game. So I wanted to see what price did when it actually retested my zone for the first time, because this is the first break, this is the first retest. So I wanted to see what price did. So okay, let me see if price is going to give me a strong displacement candle. It did. So boom, here's my displacement candle. If price gives you a displacement candle based off of how I trade break and retest, is break and retest with a 1 minute displacement with a break of structure. So boom, got the retest, got my displacement. Now I don't care about this zone anymore. I don't care about price reacting off of this zone anymore. Now I need to see how price reacts off of this displacement area. So you get your retest, you get your displacement. Now you trade the reaction off of the displacement. So this is displacement. This is my second break. That's why I said second break. I did not enter this trade when it broke the second time, is because I needed a break of structure. price finally came in and gave me my breaker structure, which was right here. It came in, it gave me a micro lower low. Based off of certain rules, price was supposed to come back and retest this break of structure. But not all the time will price come and retest the break of structure. It may just pull back into a fair value gap, which is what happened, and then take off further. So that's what happened. I actually thought I missed the trade. I was about to close my account and accept that, hey, I missed that trade opportunity. I'm done. But I was like, you know what? Let me just see. Let me just see what happens. Let me see if price comes back up to reclaim this micro lower low, because I could still enter off of a reclaim. So price came up, reclaimed that lower low. This is my reclaim candle. So instead of me just entering based off of this meant it was indecision. So even though it was reclaimed with a strong wick, we also had a strong wick to the bottom side. Not as big as to the upside, but we still had a strong wick to the bottom side, you guys. So I was like, okay, this still isn't telling me that sellers are about to get ready to take back over this area. So I waited for price to break my reclaim candle, which ended up happening right here. I ended up entering, you guys. As you can see, we almost got stopped out. Like, we was 14 ticks from being stopped out. So if you know ES is $12.50 a tick. So we was $25 away from taking a L after a break even. But stop loss of TP, you guys. So I just held. I just held, and then price gave me this strong push. It pushed back up. I was like, oh, it's about to reject. It's about to stop us out again. But it rejected. And this is when I say ES can give you a push and then come back and retest that midpoint to get people out the trade, because I'm pretty sure people who seen this move probably adjusted their stop loss to break even. And then they ended up getting wicked out. And then as you can see, price dropped beautifully. I ended up targeting a 1 to 375. So instead of me going for a 1 to 3, I decided to go for a little bit more. Decided to give myself, if I'm not mistaken, like 12 more ticks. So yeah, instead of targeting my 48 tick TP, I ended up targeting 60 ticks, you guys, and ended up walking away on this trade $750 after taxes, $746 plus that 33.50 dollar break even that we ended up taking before this trade. So we was able to walk away for the day, you guys, with $779, you guys. So I'm gonna put my P&L for those trades right here and for my ending day profit. And yeah, you guys, Friday was an amazing day for me. We ended up catching a break even, but we was able to catch a banger. I'm gonna put both of my P&L calendars for my $50,000 account and for my $150,000 account. So as you can see on my $50,000 account, we are down, not down too bad, but we are down on that account. But it's nothing that we can't get ourselves out of. And on our $150,000 account, you guys, we were able to cover that loss from Thursday. We was able to end the week green, and we're up over $1,000 for the month so far, you guys. And I'm very proud of myself because this is the first time that I've been up over $1,000 on any of my accounts. So I'm very proud that I was able to, bring in $1,000 to my funded account so far. Yeah, like, proud of myself. On my $50,000 account, I was down 2,000. Like, I was at $148,000 left in my account, and this week of March has been amazing. I was able to get myself back up. Now I think I'm 149,000. Like, I'm only down like $300 now. So I went from being down $2,000 at the end of February to being only down $300, and it's only the second week of March. So hey, I've been trading my ass off, and I've been doing a good job to have covered $1,500 worth of losses in just the first 2 weeks of March. So I'm very proud of myself. Slow and steady wins the race. So yeah, you guys, that was my trading week. This video is going to be a little on the longer side, you guys, because I did go into a little bit more details as to why I enter certain trades and different things like that. And I traded a little bit more this week, you guys. So yeah, that was my trade week. We was able to end green. Very proud of myself. I hope y'all had an amazing trade week as well. Hope y'all was able to secure some payouts. Hope y'all was able to pass some funded accounts. And if you couldn't, you already know it's a part of the game. We readjust, we reset, we realign, and we come back focused, bigger and better than ever, you guys. So I just want to thank y'all for sitting down with me, listening to me break down these trades. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Please like, please share. Your girl really do love and appreciate it. So, like I said, I'm going to let y'all go. Enjoy y'all Sunday. And hey, I'll see y'all Monday in the charts. Your girl GC the Trader is out.